Okay, folks, so now that you've gone over the slideshow on perspective, hopefully you're at least a little bit familiar, you kind of understand it, but you'll really get it once you've done a little practice. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to practice together, and you're going to need some supplies to do this. So you're going to need a sheet of paper, okay, just plain old printer paper or paper out of a sketchbook. Try not to use lined paper like notebook paper, just any kind of plain sheet of paper, okay? You're going to need a pencil. Okay, this is just an HB drawing pencil. You can use any kind of pencil, a regular old writing pencil, a mechanical pencil, but some kind of pencil. You're going to need an eraser. Okay, you can use one of these big fat erasers or a pencil top eraser, whatever you have. And you're going to need a ruler. Now, I have this lovely ruler. If you do not have a ruler at home, no excuses. You should be able to complete this little homework assignment anyway. You could use a book. Okay, this is just a book I happen to have. So this has a nice straight edge on it. So it's a good thing to use for a straight edge. Okay, if you can't find a book that you think will work, then just use a piece of paper. So this is just a piece of scrap paper I had around, and I folded it in half. Okay, nice straight fold, and I can use this as a straight edge. So just use whatever you have on hand that is straight. Okay, I really recommend a piece of paper if you don't have a ruler, or if maybe you can't find your ruler. But those are the supplies you're going to need. So to do a perspective drawing, the first thing we're going to need to do is draw our horizon line. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your ruler and you're going to draw a line going across your paper. There you go. Simple line. You want it somewhere in the middle, okay? It doesn't have to be up at the top, not down at the bottom, somewhere roughly in the middle. You'll also notice I did not measure the paper to center it directly in the middle. I just eyeballed it, okay? Somewhere roughly in the middle. And make sure it's nice and straight across the page. Next, you're going to add a vanishing point to each end. Okay, just a dot on each side. And I'm going to call this my A vanishing point. And this is going to be my B vanishing point. All right. Now, next step, we're going to start actually drawing a box in perspective on our paper. So what I do is I take my ruler, I line it up, and I'm going to draw a line that goes through my horizon line straight up and down. All right. And you want to make sure it's straight. When you're drawing it, take your ruler, and you should compare the edge of your ruler to the edge of your paper. Is it nice and straight up and down? If you're having trouble seeing it, lay your pencil down. Check to make sure it's parallel, okay? If your ruler looks like this, it's not parallel, it's not straight. Make sure it's nice and straight up and down. All right, once you've got your line, you're going to line it up with both vanishing points at the top and bottom. So from the top of the line, I'm going to my B vanishing point. And from the bottom of my line, I'm going to my B vanishing point. Then from the bottom, again, I'm going to go to A, over here, A vanishing point, and B vanishing point. I'm sorry, A vanishing point again. So, top of the line to A, top of the line to B, bottom of the line to A, bottom of the line to B. All right. Now, once you've done that, you've got a corner and two walls. Okay, wall A and wall B. Now, I asked Google, how far is it from where you're standing on the beach to the horizon line? And Dr. Google says it is 7 miles. So what that means is our wall comes from, right close to us and goes back, all the way back into space, getting smaller and smaller as it goes away from us, all the way to the horizon where it vanishes. So that means our wall is 7 miles long. It's huge. It's way too big. It's totally unrealistic. So what we have to do is what I call stopping the wall. We have to stop this wall using a vertical line. So again, I'm going to make sure my line is nice and straight and vertical. Compare it to the edge of my paper. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to add my vertical, going from my top and bottom orthogonal lines. Okay, remember those lines that go to the vanishing point are called orthogonal. Over on this side, same thing. Very good. So now I've got a wall and a wall. I no longer need this orthogonal and this one. So I'm going to do some erasing. There we go. So you've got a corner, a wall, and a wall. Okay, make sense? Okay, so now let's draw another box, and this time let's put it down here, and we're going to treat it as if it's below our eye level, which it is because it's below our horizon line, which is the same as your eye level. So we're going to add a box down here so that we're looking down on the top of it. And I'm going to draw this slightly off center. Okay, start with your vertical line for the corner, and then use orthogonal lines to connect to both vanishing points. So A, B, B. Okay, so I've got a corner, another 7-mile long wall, and another 7-mile long wall. So remember, when the wall is too long, what do? We stop the wall using a vertical line, an up and down line. So I'm going to draw a vertical on that side, and a vertical on this side. There we go. I'll erase my orthogonals that I no longer need. Okay, now I've got a wall and a wall, but I should be able to see the top of the box, or maybe if it were a building, the roof. I should be able to see up here. So how can I fix that? What I do is I go and I take this corner. Let me erase this a little better. I take this corner, okay, and I'm going to line it up with my opposite vanishing point over here. All right, so watch. Just like that, lining up with the opposite. And I'll go to the other corner. Let me move so you can see this corner right here, this top corner. Line up with my B vanishing point on the other side of the page. And then erase that I don't really need. And there you go. There is the top of my box. All right. Last one, we're going to do another box up here, okay, as if we are looking up at the box from underneath. Okay, so let's remember, start with your corner. corner, orthogonals to our vanishing points from the top and bottom. So here's the top of this line and the bottom. Top and bottom. There we go. Now we stop our walls by adding the vertical, vertical, vertical. Very good. Erase. Okay, now we're going to add the bottom of the box the same way we did the top down here. We're going to add the bottom up here. So we go to our vanishing point and line up with the opposite corner. Okay, right there, I'm lining up at that corner. Draw my orthogonal back. Now I'm going to stop there since I'm hitting this other box. If you don't hit a box, then keep going. But if you hit one, just stop. Then I go to my B side, and I draw until I hit that corner. And there I have my box. Okay, so I've got a box above eye level, at eye level, and below eye level. Okay, so we're going to take this scale. You're going to hand this in tomorrow, so let's take a moment and write our name on it, because you will hand this in class tomorrow. And we're going to take this scale and we're going to apply some more detail, and we are going to make tree houses. So you can check out the next slide in the slideshow to see some previews of some tree houses, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.